live soon. Notification. Okay, we're up on YouTube. We'll be up on World right away.
Beautiful. Hit a little mic check if anyone
Hold on.
can hear. Not yet.
Yeah, now.
Alrighty, can anybody hear me? Just mic check 1 2 1 2. Beautiful. Alrighty, guys. How is everybody doing? My name is Death Division. I'm the tech behind the Others Discord. I've been with them for about 2 years now and absolutely love it. So if you ever need a hand, definitely let me know. Today, we're going to be having a bit of a fun one. It's getting started on ETH. This is going to be part one. We're also going to be running a follow-up to this in the Others Discord next week. Don't want to overload anyone because I do understand it can be a bit to learn. But a lot of this does relate pretty closely to what we've been doing in the past with the Classic as well, which is good. We'll get it started today because we've got a few topics to cover. But first up, of course, what are NFTs? So we'll just jump straight into it. An NFT, or as some know it as a non-fungible token, is a unique digital identifier. It's recorded on the blockchain so that everyone can see and it will be there for permanence. Now, when we say non-fungible, this is referring to how they're not able to be duplicated or copied. Everyone is unique in their own way. In contrast to this, physical money and cryptocurrencies are fungible. So there's a bit of black and white there. Where every NFT contains a digital signature, this is how we make them unique. It shows that it is its own unique asset. NFTs are also digital assets, just like we have in Classic right now, like clothing or pool tables or tables themselves. So these are all digital assets, just like NFTs. With NFTs nowadays, they're mainly used for photos, videos, audio files, or even other digital formats. For examples, art, comic books, sport collectibles, trading cards, or even in-game items. So we're seeing this pop out a lot more with in-game items, and that is perfect because this is a really good function case for NFTs. So they have a lot more use case than just a picture. Moving to the blockchain, this is a good little introduction right here and a perfect example of how this works. It's the backing to how cryptos and NFT work as well. Blockchain, you get a transaction, which is you submitting it, like buying a piece of clothing, and then it goes to transactions created, goes to those that are controlling, they approve, and then just gets added on at the end so that it's there forever. That also leads us into what is a crypto. A cryptocurrency is a token that is a digital currency. It allows people to make payments directly to each other and through the blockchain as well, like we see here. Cryptos don't have a central issuing or regulatory authority, which is why everyone loves this decentralized system, because it creates, it's between us. We control it a lot more than a big government standing. There are also many different types of cryptocurrencies as well. So it all depends on what you want. So for instance, there are stable coins like we see right here. So the green one in front of us, that is USDT, and the blue one with the dollar sign, that is USDC. Both of these currencies are tied to the US dollar, and if the dollar moves a cent, they move a cent. So it's a very stable way to hold your money outside of a banking system without having to worry about it fluctuating all the time. It will move just like the dollar moves. We also have layer ones like Ethereum and Binance, Bitcoin, Solana. These are what we're building on. So we're on Ethereum. So we will be a layer off layer one. So that is the core standard to most of the structure, and you will always be using one sort of layer one. And finally, the fun one that a lot of people love playing around with, meme coins. These are for those that want to have a bit of fun in the space. They're not super serious about what they're throwing their money at, and they just want to see it either go high or go to the ground, and it's just a bit of fun. So definitely something to have a look at if you're just having a bit of fun and throwing a bit around to learn. But if you wanted to buy into a crypto or you wanted to get into all this, how would you do it? Well, the easiest way I suggest is picking up either a hot wallet like MetaMask or Coinbase or Binance. They're an in between. They're sort of a hot wallet, but they do ask for a bit more KYC. These hot wallets are just on your browser or in an app. So they're very easy to get. There's a more safer version called a ledger, which we see right there. A ledger is like a USB device that's a vault. Think about your safe at home. It's like that. You can only access it once it's plugged in. It's very, very secure. So those are for more long-term plays and big holds. But for those that just want to have a bit of fun or put a little bit in, I would suggest checking out MetaMask, our Fox little friend there. So you can get that on the App Store, as you see, MetaMask there, and on the Chrome Web Store. Make sure it is metamask.io. Please be vigilant because, of course, there's always people trying to fake it. When creating a crypto wallet, you'll come across a section called a seed phrase. The seed phrase is 12 words. Think of this like the ultimate password to your account. So when you create this account, you will have this option. You'll see copy to clipboard. Don't do this. Get a little book. Write these 12 words in a book and keep it safe because no one will ever ask for these. Not me working for a project, not MetaMask. No, like MetaMask will ask to sign in, but like if you're emailing, they would never ask for that. So please keep those safe. They are the big key parts to your wallet. Once you create it and go through that little section there, you'll pop up to a wallet like this. This is your wallet and done. Here you can buy, and you can buy straight with a credit card or with PayPal, and you can send and swap. So think of this like how you would buy Raise in World. You go through, you put your card in, and you would buy with USD to Raise, and on your account there is a little wallet that is underlying, and that holds all your Raise in it. It's the same with this. Here is your wallet. You buy with the little buy button there. You can buy USD or credit card or PayPal nowadays as well, and you'll get your Ethereum. So that's your first step in. You've made a wallet. You've got your wallet safe. Now, the next part to it as well is learning like interacting with the world. So a big part about Web3 is that we choose to use, instead of like Google Chrome sign-ins, they use a lot of wallet sign-ins. For instance, you might have seen in beta, we were asking for a wallet address because you will use wallet signs, which can look like this. So for instance, Blur is a marketplace, and to even look at it, you need to do a wallet sign. So you click this button and you'll get this pop-up. Now, we've been using MetaMask because we just picked it. So with MetaMask, you'll click it and it will take you to your wallets. Here you can see that I do have a fair few wallets. I have a few, but you'll probably just have one. You click it, it will ask for this permission. Now, I understand for some looking at this sort of permission, it can be sort of scary because see account balance activity, but in Web3, this is fairly standard. You can actually look at like any wallet securely, but you can't touch them. There's nothing you can really do to it unless you have that big 12 seed phrase, which you never give up, and none of this will ask for that. So then you click connect, you get your connect, and then you get access to the website. So this one's a marketplace. We'll dive into this in a second because this is the main part to NFTs. NFTs do need a home, just like any IRL good you would buy. It needs a store or it needs a website to sell on. Other than that, it's an existence. So that is how you get your wallet signed into a website. Be very vigilant on what you sign. I'm about to go over the top marketplaces that I would only suggest going to as a new person coming into the space, or even someone with a bit of intermediate knowledge, because a lot of people, just like, email scammers, they like to try and play with it. So just be vigilant on what you sign. So we do have three main places like eBay and Amazon. There are two giants, which are OpenSea and Blur. These are our main two giants for buying and selling any NFTs. It's OpenSea.io and Blur.io. And then finally, we have looksrare.org. So these are the three main ones. OpenSea is the head of it all. They've been around for many years and are very, very trusted. You can find our trunks on OpenSea. So we actually have NFTs ourselves, which you might have seen, and they're on OpenSea, which we will go down a bit later as well. So you go OpenSea, Blur, or LooksRare with your wallet, and then you can actually buy and trade NFTs. So what if I wanted to jump into OpenSea? What if I wanted to actually pick up an NFT? Well, you go to OpenSea.io, and this one, you don't have to log in straight away to look at anything. But this is what the homepage will look like. The front, you get this big face area. This is where they have daily drops or weekly drops. So they're the sponsored pieces by OpenSea. They're just like, on Amazon, you'll see the top products and you'll see them there, and there'll be sponsored products. Same thing. But so to get into OpenSea, to have a look at your NFTs, to actually interact with the NFT world, what you'll have to do is you'll click this little wallet up here with the login, and then you will get this pop up again. It's a connect with MetaMask, so it instantly recognized that I had MetaMask. They do have a bit more security and smarts on OpenSea because it's a lot bigger of a company. So they connect, same thing, ask you to sign, and it's connecting. Now, this is the one thing that I really like about OpenSea is they care about your privacy and security. So what they do is they ask you to do a weekly sign to make sure it's you, and this will approve that it's you actually using this account. If it gets signed in on another platform, they will ask it to do a sign and you'll get notifications. So that's good to see. Once clicking that, you'll see a little pop-up and you're connected to a website. You're connected to OpenSea now with your wallet, and you are fully linked in now. So from here, you can click your little button, click profile, and you can actually see all your NFTs as well. You can see your whole wallet here. You'll be able to see up the top right as well, ETH and WETH. You'll be able to see your balance. So this is the main homepage for anyone that is wanting to buy, sell, or view their NFTs. I understand some people buy and they're not sure where it goes. So this is why I want to run over this and really run into this because this is the homepage where you visit most days. You get to see what's going on in the market all around you. You get to see what's going on with your own personal items, whether they're going up, down. You really need to track that if you're going to be in a part of this space. So that is OpenSea. Here is so this is OpenSea. We go back to the home screen and click the OpenSea logo up this top left, and this will take us back to the home. Here is when I was saying this is your home screen for everything. This is where you will find all the market. If you're wanting to track or view or see what's actually going on around you, this is where you will find it best. In trending, as you can see, there's a little top right, there's a little tab that you can click, and on the right side there's a time period. I always suggest doing 24 hours and trending because this will show you what's being bought and sold the most today. And if you're wanting to get in, this is more often than not what you'll be able to see is going to move today, whether that be up or down. So here you can see who's bought the most and who's sold the most. And it's not about price, it's about quantity. So that's the trending tab. If you click the top tab, you'll see the top cost sales today. So for instance, Bored Ape, they've always been the king. They sold 4,000 ETH today in volume at 30 ETH per NFT. They are insanely pricey. I cannot afford the one. I would dream of it, but that just shows you what you can see in all the different sorts of projects. So it's a lot to look in. Like, there's a lot of different diversity. It's not just one thing. It's not just these crazy expensive mutant pitches. Just like Classic, there's different designers, there's different companies. You go with what you feel relates to you. So it doesn't, not everyone will have the same exact NFT that they like believe in 100%. It's what you believe and what works for you. You can also keep scrolling down through from here and scroll down to notable collections, and you'll see this. So notable collections are the top NFTs in this current day. So these are bought by either high-ranking people that are connected to OpenSea, or they're doing a lot in the space and are very noted at this point in time. So these are ways, again, of tracking the market very simply. You don't have to go into all these crazy like wallet trackers and price trackers. We can make it a lot simpler and a lot more standard. Like, you can just look at the daily trackings instead of having to guess all these crazy numbers and movement prices. Then you also have top collector buyers today. So this is a God's gift as well, because imagine, so the thing with being able to look at everyone's wallet is that you also have the upper advantage of being able to watch some of the biggest whales in the space and see what they buy. When I say a whale, I mean like a very wealthy dude. It's a term that they've gained. So you'll be able to watch the wealthy, rich people and see what they invest in, and you can invest with them. Or you can just come to here and see what they've bought directly from OpenSea. They show you that as well. So it's good that they've added that in over the past few months. They're really trying to make it a bit easier for everyone to be able to actually track the market and see what's going on. Scrolling down another page, you got trending in art. So a big part about NFTs as well, I don't want to overuse the word NFTs, but it describes what these are, is art. I love art personally. I know a fair few of the Classic users do too. I've seen a few cool pieces of art that you guys have. And this is another part to seeing it as well. You can get like IRL art from NFTs as well that you can claim. So art is definitely an interesting one. And then the big one for us, and I think a lot of people are interested in, is gaming. So in gaming in NFTs, there is a wide range. We've got so many different companies coming into gaming at this point in time. So many different types of gaming, from like like first-person shooters, MOBAs. We've got like actual, like, I wouldn't say like Mario Kart ripoffs, but that sort of like arcade games as well. There's a game for everyone in this space, and ranging from different price ranges as well. Some games are very cheap and made for mass adoption, and some games are up on the higher end, but they do reward you with a fair bit of money back as to why they have that cost. So definitely for you guys, I would suggest checking out gaming, the section. You might even find a game that is free up your alley and you can earn rewards by playing that. So definitely a good section to check out there. And last quick ones in this section, we have memberships. A big part of this, and a cool one that I can't wait to see, hopefully some people use going forward in the new world, is NFT memberships. So what you can do is you can create an NFT, and it'd be like the key card access to get into anywhere. This is often a case with a lot of projects, like Proof Collective, as we see right here. Proof is a known collaboration project. They get you a lot of early buy-ins to other projects, other companies, just for holding their NFT. But it is fairly expensive at 3 ETH. So that's like 9,000 Australian dollars right now. So it's insanely expensive. But someone in the future could definitely work on getting a building or a place that is membership based with an NFT. That would be very cool. For our musicians as well, a big one is music. We don't have a lot of like big names coming through, but we do have some giants like Snoop Dogg, G-Eazy, Tiger. Some of these big artists have made some crazy NFT songs in the past and still releasing more to this day. So we see Snoop Dogg here on Sound. He did an amazing drop. He's got songs selling every day, and you get to own a part of history with that one. Same with Loud Punks on the left here. Loud Punks is, if you've heard of Rolling Loud in America, it's a music festival. So if you own one of these, you get a lifetime entrance into that music festival. So that is some great utility. So there are a lot more than just PFPs in NFTs. But speaking of PFPs, here is our last little category here. A PFP or profile picture is very big in the space. As you see with mine, you might be able to see my PFP. I have a little like samurai dude that is a captain's. So they create individuality and they show what projects you stand with and believe in. A lot of people hold their PFPs dearly and sort of relate them a bit to themselves. So it's a very interesting one. PFPs can be anything from like a 10-cent PFP to tens and tens of thousands. It all depends on what you relate with and what you feel is you. So that is OpenSea. That's pretty much the main basis of us. As I said, I will be going into a stage 2 and doing a bit more of a deep dive with some of these parts. I don't want to overload anyone with this. We do have a little bit more to come, but this is OpenSea. To look into it, you create your wallet, you sign on, and you can have a look through all of these different projects. Once you click on one, you can have a look through their Twitters, through their Discords, and you can just have a look around at the space as well. You will also find us on there by searching the other trunks, the Uther trunks, and you'll see the Uther trunks 2 as well. If you're worried about clicking on a fake one, just join our Discord and check our official links. We always have the official link in there. But this is the greatest start I would suggest for anyone. Just create a MetaMask, log into OpenSea, and have a look around. Just don't even worry about buying anything. Just learn. Just have a look, have a play. Even think about it. Go, if I bought right now and watch it for 2 days, how would it have gone? Would I have made money? Would I have lost money? Just have a play and have a learn without having to invest. Okay, so now that you've learnt all about NFTs, let's have a little bit of a deep dive into what actually is an NFT and what is this all connected with. So there's 4 main parts you'll come across. An ERC20. ERC refers to, I just blanked. What is blank on that? Ethereum. What was it? Sorry. Oh my God. I can't believe I just blanked on that. It's Ethereum response coefficient. Sorry. Completely blanked there on that one. So ERC is like a JPEG, PNG. It's the backing file that separates what actually the use is for that. So ERC20, that's all our cryptos and our tokens. So that's just defining them. ERC721s, no, these are our ERC20s, sorry. These are our ERC20s, all these different cryptos. It's just defining what a crypto is. It's the code that makes a crypto run. ERC721s, these are used for like PFPs, like we're just talking about, so that they can all look different. So you can have a different look to each one of them, like these little penguins or like these potatoes. Each one looks unique and individual. So they need to run a code that lets them be separated. We have ERC 1155s, which you guys, if you're getting into gaming or with us, you'll be more acquainted with that. That is what we use, so that you will see 2 trunks, but there is 204 and 316 of those, and they're actually overlapping into each other. Because if you had them all separate, it would just be overwhelming. I'll give an example of that in a second. But you can actually see, even though there's 1 trunk there, there's 114 owners and 204 items. So it's just about how they stack. 721s, multiple pictures and a difference. 1155s mean that if it's an item that's equal or the same, they stack, and it just creates this big lap like you see. Just creates a nicer look to it, and you don't get as overwhelmed with looking through it all. Here's another example of 1155s with multiple different types. So ETH jets, they run like an IRL, like give you discounts on flights with their company. I'm not advising them. I'm just giving an example because they have multiple. So they got 3 different types, but they stack depending on which one you got. As you can see, for instance, Captain Pass has 128 owners, but there's 1,000 of them. And you can see down there, people are able to list at different prices and they all show up. So an example of not using this and getting overwhelmed would be like this. They're all the same. They could have stacked, but they didn't use the right contract. Now it's, or the right programming. So now it's just extended. It's just too much to deal with. So that's why we use these separations and making them different. So last little deep dive here. I'll try not to go too long for you, as I understand there's a lot of information squeezed into this part. That's why I'm doing a part 2 as well next week. We'll do a little bit more of a slower sort of run through, and you can pull me up on the next one if you just need help with anything, and we'll run it through. But gas fees, marketplace fees, and how to list. The last 3 things before you've got the core standards to getting into ETH. You've got a wallet, you've got a marketplace, you understand the security to not put your seed phrase anywhere. Now we need to learn gas fees, marketplace fees, and listings. So what is a gas fee? So a gas fee is, it refers to the payment that's needed to execute transactions on the blockchain. These payments compensate the node operators who keep the blockchain functioning. So there's people that, so it used to be mining. A lot of you would have heard back when Bitcoin mining was the thing and ETH mining. Now it's moved to proof of stake. So what that means is if you buy Ethereum and you hand it over to the ETH staking pool. So what it is you put your Ethereum in there with like a receipt, and you will get a bonus added onto your holding for however long you have it in there for. And then eventually when you want, you can hand the receipt back and get your ETH back plus the bonus. So it's to reward those to keep the system running. Those are the node operators. They get paid percentage for staking the ETH so that our price stays up and we have an operating system. Now with gas, it is pretty flexible. If you want a slower transaction and you're not worried about it having to be rushed through, like if you were on a sale and everything was getting bought, you would want the aggressive. You'd be put at the top priority, you'd be rushed through, but it would cost more. But if you were just listing one of your NFTs for sale and you could wait 2 minutes to list it, or 30 seconds, as it's suggesting now, it would cost you a lot less and you would save a bit of money on the listing fee. Now, how that works is wait longer, pay less gas, goes faster, pay more gas. Pretty straightforward on that one. Now, marketplace fees are an interesting one. They're sort of disappearing slowly at this point in time, but they're still set for a lot of projects. So OpenSea, the one we've talked about the whole time, they have a 2.5% royalty, like 2.5% marketplace fee set. So for every sale you make, they take 2.5%. Looks Rare is a little bit better at that 0.5%, but they're still there. And then Blur is at 0%. Now, when I said OpenSea was catching up and it's sort of changing, what I was meaning is OpenSea now offers 0% for select projects that are newly listed. So it's a very iffy one, but that is optional to you as the seller, which is great. It's not the option to the team. So that's great, is that you guys get a bit more of a choice of how much money you really want to lose to the sell. As everyone would love to have 100% like gain fee, but there's always something we've got to pay to make it running. It's like the tax, you know what I mean? You got to pay tax to keep the roads nice. You got to pay the platform fee to make sure that the website still stays active, and you got people actually looking after you and not wanting to hack the site. Again, Blur has always been known for their 0 marketplace fees, so they're stood out with that one. Now that you understand, there is a small fee to do anything in ETH. Any transaction has a gas fee attached to it, a sell, buy, a transfer, It all has to have a gas fee because that's how it operates, just like a GST. And you understand that there's a small marketplace fee that will be put in to any sale or buy that happens. The one that I do have to let you know is that there is one that's up for the creator's option. It's called a creator royalty. It can be between 0 and 7.5%. Now, the creator gets to choose what this percentage will be. Most of the time, they choose about 2.5 to 5%. Some are pretty bad at the 7.5. Like it depends on what they're doing though. Like if they got a large fee to run the project that they're doing, it will be a larger creator royalty. But that's on top of your other fees. So it can be up to 10% of sale fees. So just be wary of this when you go to sell. Make sure that profit is up if you're flipping NFTs and wanting to get into that. But to sell, you have to hover over the NFT you'd like to sell. You'll see this little blue box come up that says list for sale. If you click that, you'll get a pop-up menu that shows you a quick list fee, a quick list option. So what it does is you got your floor price here, which means that is the lowest that it can be listed. That is what the current lowest listing is. Well, the top trait is way, way above floor. So what a trait is let's say as you can see, I've got a bow tie, I've got some money, I've got the bag and the sunglasses. Each one of those is a trait. So the sunglasses might be not as rare as the money. So the money might be the expensive one right now as to why we see top trait is worth a lot more than the floor. So you can decide to sell for what you want. You can completely list it to whatever you feel. You can change the duration of how long it's listed for, but you come down and this is where most of them are set. You can see here that the OpenSea fee is 2.5% and the creator is at 5%. So that's pretty good. 7.5% all up. So the sale would have been, this is an example, $1.44, and after fees, we would have got $1.33. So you click complete listing. It will then pop up this gas fee and it will ask to this, the top got cut off. It says request to transfer all your redeem. So this just means that when the sale goes through, you give the marketplace permission to transfer the NFT out and give you the ETH. If you don't allow this, you can't make the sale. They just need this permission. So again, you can have this on a lower gas fee. It's no rush. Click confirm, and then you'll see your item has been listed. This is a different picture because it's a different NFT, but you'll see your item has been listed. And so that is how you list an NFT up for sale. And then you just wait for it to be sold and you'll get a notification and the ETH will be in your wallet. It's that easy. It's that easy to list. So it's just learning these small steps going forward. A lot of it compares to classic. Like, you guys have to set up your shops for sale and your clothes and set up all that so that someone can come in and buy your tops, just like you have to set up here your items for sale at the price you would like them to be sold at. And same with like crypto, buying ETH into a wallet, just like you buy Raise into your account. A lot of similarities that will translate across just different apps that we use. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's it for today. I've tried to keep it a little bit shorter. I didn't want to overload too much. There's a lot of information to pack in. We will do a part 2 to cover the other parts to Web3, like actually going into DEXs and understanding how to look at cryptos and price charts and all that. I didn't want to put that into the first one because it's a lot to learn, and you guys are doing a great job of actually being here, wanting to learn, wanting to see how this all works. But yes, that will be in part 2 next week in the Discord. Well, I think we'll roll into a Q&A. I've been going for 40 minutes here. I don't want to keep you all for too long. But yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to send them through. Kendrick will send them through to me, and I'll answer them however to the best of my ability for you. Um, and if you have any questions that you'd like help with, or even one-on-one help, feel free to join our Discord. If you search Twitter, the others, you will find a link in bio there for our Discord. You can actually come and directly talk to me, and I'll help you out. We can even join a voice chat in Discord and share screen and work through stuff one-on-one together. I'm more than happy to do that. I've done that for a fair few of Classic users that have come to us, and it's like second nature now. It's nothing for them, and I'm very proud of them for actually giving it a crack, because I remember a few of them, we first started talking, they were worried it was going to be too much, and now they tell me they're buying a new NFT and they flipped it and they made money, and I'm like, congratulations, man. I'm very proud of that. So definitely feel free to jump in. Definitely feel free to ask a question. No question will be too small, or no question will be silly. Seriously, if it's a question, it's deserving of an answer. So I'll stop talking for a second. I'll let questions come through, and Kendrick, if you've got anything to say, feel free. I'll make sure we're set.
Yeah, just getting. We did have a comment earlier that someone was saying that they had learned more about crypto during this talk than they had ever known before. So that's always good to hear.
I'm glad. I'm really glad. I've been, to be straight up, I've been trying to make sure that I put enough information in that it's understandable, but not overwhelming, because like we can go all the way into fine detail, like anything, you know what I mean? Like JPEGs, we can go into how they work, but it's not needed. You just need the cover, the front, enough that you understand how it works. And we can go into finer detail down the track if those people want to figure out how everything works in the nitty gritty.
Seeing here
But
if there's
that's
any other questions or not yet.
It's all right. For anyone that's wanting to check when that event will be as well, if you go to our Discord, the Uthers Discord, you'll see in the event tab at the top, you can click that and you'll see a little event for our next week, part 2. So you can click interested if you want a notification when we go live on that, and you can learn a whole bunch more. We'll go into a bit more back and forth detail, I reckon, and people can actually stop me while I'm going through these long sections and ask questions during that point. I mean, if there's no questions, that's good.
Yeah,
I
someone
hope it
said there's
was.
no lot. There's a lot that they answered. Someone had a question saying, can commerce be conducted without a wallet and crypto in the new client? So in Zayon.
Um,
SG, sweet guys, linked to your Discord as well for people in the chat.
oh, sweet. Thank you, sweet guy. Now, can it be conducted? Well, in a way, UTHX will be used. UTHX is the currency in Utherverse, like Raise, for instance. So there will be an account. There will be like a wallet with the account, but you will need to connect and use a wallet to be able to make these sort of transactions. Sorry, I hate I just don't like to put anything in stone just in case, you know what I mean, something gets changed or updated. But from what I have seen so far, yes, you will need a wallet to conduct commerce, sales, business inside of the next Xeon. Sorry, I'm just really big on not putting in like a super concrete thing about something that's a fair, like not fair way away, but you know what I mean? Like it's not coming up next
Yeah,
week or
it's
the
it's
week
not
after.
coming up. It's not coming up right away. And for anything like with the trunk related, or if you're looking to get involved with any of that stuff, you're definitely going to need a wallet and crypto for
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to buy a trunk or one of our NFT trunks, you will definitely, have to have a crypto wallet like we discussed. go through, get that MetaMask, go to OpenSea, pick it up there. But yeah, that side is all 100% needing a wallet, needing to be inside of this. And if you do want to go down that route and you're worried about like, not sure about it all or need a hand, don't feel like that's the end for you. Come to us. I will walk you through it. If you want to do it, but it's just too overwhelming or too much to try and figure out on your own, then come to us and I will happily walk you through the whole process 10 times over if need be. As long as you are happy and you feel that you understand it, that is all I want. I don't care how many times it takes.
Okay, I haven't seen anything else yet. Another
I mean,
comment just saying that was one of the better explanations and breakdowns that they've heard so far on all those topics.
sweet.
And we have
I'm
this on
glad,
our
guys.
YouTube as well, and it'll probably be something good that we can package up in other academy later on. We could just play back this presentation to people if they're interested, or we could even get you to come back in for other
Yeah.
academy and do some classes on this stuff for people who are interested leading up before Xeon opens, and we can do it there. But
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to do that. If you guys are interested and everyone wants this to be wants more of this, I would be more than happy to come back and do some other academy teaching.
that's fantastic. That'd be great. I think a lot of, because I know there have been a lot of people who can't make it here, but if we scheduled a class, I'm sure we could get quite a few people in for that.
Yeah, beautiful. I'm glad you guys liked it. I'm a perfectionist and I can't tell you the amount of times I've deleted and redone this and like started over. I just wanted to make sure that it was informative, but understandable as well. Because like I myself, when I first got into this, I had to call some of my mates up that had been in it a while and just sit them down for a few hours and tell me to keep telling me stuff like in different ways. It's a lot to take on, and that's why I understand it. I wanted to make it easy and as simple as I could. So I'm glad a lot of people found this helpful.
Definitely, definitely did. Looks like there's no other questions. So, but thanks again, man. It was really, really good, very streamlined, condensed, a lot of really good knowledge there.
Yeah, beautiful. I'm glad. I'm glad. That's what I want to hear. Yeah, I tried to pack it up. There's a lot you can speak and about, and honestly, I'm the type of presenter that I could speak for hours about a topic. So pushing into 45 minutes, I was making sure that I had as much action-packed info as I could for you guys.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone for attending. Sweet Guy linked the Discord. We have the links for the Discord as well. We will keep posting them and distribute them throughout the convention. And yeah, thank you for all attending.
Thank you all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you at another one, no doubt, either next week or when I see you in the Uther or the other academy.